What an exciting day, everybody. May the 4th be with you all. It's Star Wars Day. And for all of you returning viewers of mine, you may wonder where I was the past couple of weeks, months. I'm going to discuss this, but not today, because today we've got something exciting to react to. And if you couldn't tell, let me help you. One minute. Sorry, it's the other way around. Anyways, that's a Star Wars statue. For those of you who would like to know what it is, you can go check it out on the Instagram. And what a transition, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you can go follow me on my social media. The links are down below in the description box. You know how all of this works already. But yes, on the agenda today, the Kenobi trailer has dropped. It's May the 4th. I would say a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. But it's no surprise. It's May the 4th. You need to have something dropping big on May the 4th. I wouldn't say we knew it was coming because... but we were expecting it, and I hope it does not disappoint. I have obviously watched the teaser trailer, and I am obviously going to be here to react to the series as it comes out at the end of the month. I would want to say this is the series that I never knew I ever wanted. I'm going to talk extensively after the reaction, to all of my thoughts surrounding the series. The teaser, obviously, that I've already seen. But right now, I just want to go and watch it. So without any further ado, let's go. Here we go. Oh, the music, the force. Okay.
They're coming.
Jewel of the face, sorry. Okay.
Stay hidden.
Cape. Never
not
seen the grounded crystal with a cape before.
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father?
Oh!
You still don't know.
Man! Oh! Sorry.
Maybe
Well,
you're
these.
looking in the wrong places.
Yeah, sure.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
Druids. Okay. So a lot of the Fortress Inquisitorius. What was that? Was she fighting with the Inquisitorius? Oh! 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 I'm Maha, everybody! I'm Maha! I'm the It's. Let's watch it again. Here we go. Okay, so rendition of the Duel of the Fates.
They're coming. Stay hidden.
So the Crown Inquisitor is doing
Will
stuff
not survive.
in the series. It's not just a cameo.
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be
That
trained.
one.
Like you trained his father?
Oh, that's... Oh! That's a dirty move, Owen. That's a dirty move. Oh! That answers the question, means that Owen and the family, they know what happened to Anakin.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
So we're getting Zabraks. Look like a Zabrak.
You can't run Obi-Wan!
And so she's fighting against the last is. I'm sorry. It surprised me. I saw it first once, but it surprises me still. So yes, May the 27th, the push it. Yes, we're getting 2 episodes for the price of 1. Let's just break it down. So it looks like we're gonna have a lot of the Fortress Inquisitorius. So here is the planet where it looks like Obi-Wan is gonna flee to. So the Grand Inquisitor looks like the 5th brother on one hand, and this other Inquisitor that we've never seen before. So I suppose she's going to die by the end of the series, because we don't see her in Rebels. We don't. I mean, Inquisitors do a lot of stuff, and they all. I mean, Lothal and stuff are not the only thing happening in the galaxy, but still. So they come. It definitely looks like Tatooine, so they're on Obi-Wan's trail. It becomes more and more obvious that they are looking for Obi-Wan, but then again, maybe it could be misleading and they are looking for somebody else and happen to run into Obi-Wan. Especially since now, you know, in the trailer later, we hear the this lady calling out Obi-Wan, you can't hide Obi-Wan, something like that. That's a low blow. That's a really low blow. But yes, so it tells us that Owen and Beru know what happened to Anakin. I wonder who... Yeah, because obviously you can't just drop a kid at people's place. You have to explain why and what happened and everything, so it makes sense. But I'm wondering who else knows then, because then the female Inquisitor, the black female Inquisitor, she says you can't run from him, something like that. She's talking about Darth Vader to Obi-Wan, which would mean, do the Inquisitors know that Darth Vader is Anakin? Does that imply this? So we're getting, yes, a lot of the Fortress Inquisitorius. Here we see another Inquisitor, the lady on the left, and Imperial officers. So pods launching from the fortress, 3 pods. Could there be escape pods? Maybe. If we're gonna cross this with what we see later when she's fighting, looks like on the outside of the Inquisitorius. So here Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's loading. So they're looking for him. It looks like a record, you know, maybe a Jedi record that the Empire gathered when the Republic became the Empire. Or criminal record, you know, because all Jedi are now enemies of the Republic. Well, the Empire. Here, it looks like they are preparing for an attack or to defend, because it's not just her walking with stormtroopers and guards, it's her walking with a lightsaber out. Obi-Wan blasters, so uncivilized. Okay, and here she is fighting. These are blasters that she is, blaster shots that she is deflecting, and the outside definitely looks like the outside rim, you know, of the Inquisitorius, like the part where it's placed. Well, you know what I mean. And okay, so we're gonna get there. We're getting there. So you know what it is. Yeah, so the 5th brother, yeah, we're going to discuss this later. And yes, it looks like the anger of the Inquisitors, and they're taking aim here. We can see on the far right, we can see the Inquisitor. So, is there an intruder or someone they're going to execute? We never saw the chest plate out, and it's interesting because it plugs into the abdomen. It's not something just up, it's really plugged in him. I mean, that's a cool effect. That's a cool effect, and the breathing on Obi-Wan, that's something. Let's watch it one last time, and then we're gonna discuss it further. And here we go.
They're coming. Stay hidden. Or we will not survive.
So is Obi-Wan talking to Owen?
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father?
It's good because it echoes what happens in episode 4, where Owen is also fond of Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan is ready to train Luke. He's been expecting that.
Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places. I
Six-part
want every
event.
lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
Yeah, he's not wearing his usual attire. He's wearing something else in disguise. Oh, Kumail Nanjiani, I didn't recognize him at first. I'm sorry. I am well, I was about to say I'm unreasonably hyped, but no, I think I'm perfectly reasonably hyped. Now, to discuss my extensive thoughts about what's coming. You know how with The Mandalorian, it was just like, oh, we're getting a series on Mandalorian, a new character, okay, why not? And then the series turned out to be fantastic. You know, it was a really, really good surprise. And now, with Kenobi, it's like, oh my god, we're getting a Kenobi series, and I'm afraid that, you know, expectations and deliveries, you know, especially... Okay, so we're going to discuss this. We're going to discuss the Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother. So obviously, when you're switching from a medium to another, you make stylistic choices. That being said, not being able to have the same head shape for multiple practical reasons, I would want to say why not? But what are the excuses for the teeth and the eyes? I would want to know, because I'm pretty sure I could do that for Halloween. Then again, I don't want to say that they're doing a bad job. I do not doubt, obviously, that they are trying to do their best, but I'm failing to see from where I'm sitting what the inconvenience could be, you know. So, yeah. Talking about the Fifth Brother now, radically different from the design. And it's not so much that stylistic choices, it's just that it is, if this is indeed the Fifth Brother, but, you know, I doubt that there are two Inquisitors with the same helmet. So if it is indeed the Fifth Brother, it's like they totally changed his species, you know. He was this monstrous species, and now he's just a green bloke You know, he was this monster species with the white eyes and the really big gray face with even some sort of creases, you know, in the face, tattoo-esque, but creases really in the features of this face. And now he's just an Asian dude with green paint on his face, you know. So I'm frustrated. I have to say I'm a bit frustrated. We've seen aliens before in characters and everything. Obviously, when you have to do prosthetics and everything, it's always difficult. But I want to say, if you can't do the thing right, don't do it. If you can't, if you can't have the Grand Inquisitor looking like the Grand Inquisitor, do not feature in the Grand Inquisitor. If you cannot do the fifth brother like the fifth brother, do not feature the fifth brother. We have this Black Inquisitor lady. She's looking perfectly fine because we've never seen her before, and, you know, it works. And we have this other female Inquisitor who is an alien with some sort of tentacly hair. It works. The designs work on these ones, so why not have new Inquisitors? And if you want to cameo the Grand Inquisitor, why not just the back of the head or whatever, you know, or just a voice, or I don't know. But for those of you guys who do not know, I am a filmmaking graduate, and yes, this is the thing that we've always been told, and that I have learned from my personal experiences doing films, you know, and working on sets and other things. If you can't do something right, do not try to do it wrong, you know. So yes, I understand, you know, it's always about fighting the urge to do something cool, because obviously having the Grand Inquisitor in live action, it's pretty cool. But if you can't have the Grand Inquisitor right, do not do him, because it's going to be disappointing. And this is what's happening here. So yes, that being said, there's been another news not so long ago about the Kenobi series being rated for 6 and plus years, or plus 6 years old people. And it's like the lowest a Star Wars show or movie or whatever has ever been rated, including the Clone Wars. And we, all us Star Wars fans, know that the Clone Wars is a kids show. If I'm not too lazy, I'm going to put extracts just for the funny effect, but I'm feeling lazy, so probably not, but you know what I mean. So, because on the paper and in trailers and the promos and everything, the Kenobi series has always felt like a really adult thing, really dark thing. If you consider Rogue One is one of the darkest Star Wars contents out there. Filmmaking wise, you know, it's not like they're severing heads everywhere, and, you know, but it's something very gritty, really real. Even the Revenge of the Sith is very dramatic, but there's that whole visual work that George Lucas has done that makes it kind of ethereal, you know, if you see what I mean, fantasy-esque. But here the Kenobi series, on the paper, felt like it would be the darkest thing that we would have ever gotten from Star Wars so far. And then they announced that it's been rated for 6-year-old people and over. So it kind of sends contradictory messages. So I'm a bit, I wouldn't say afraid, not that the series wouldn't be great, you know, if it's not dark, but I would have liked something really, you know, that you're going to be clenching your jaw every second, but I'm afraid it's not going to be for the good reasons here. So, crossing fingers, obviously we're going to get Darth Vader. Now it's blatant. It's not going to be just a voice or just a shadow, or no. So obviously we knew that Hayden Christensen was coming back, but now that we've really seen him, it's like there's no going back, people. Not that they were going to change things 3 weeks before release, but there's no... We've seen Darth Vader. He's going to be there, people, because as long as you do not ever see something, it's just speculations, and even if the speculations are really well oriented and with foundation, but I'm really looking forward to this. And obviously we've had the end of Revenge of the Sith, and we have had A New Hope to see Obi-Wan discuss Darth Vader and I'm gonna say Return of the Jedi too, but to discuss Darth Vader and his kind of opinions with Darth Vader. But at the end of Return of the Jedi, he never had his peace with him, or just the commentary that we get is rather light, I would say. So I am definitely looking forward in this series maybe to have more of his visions on realizing what's become of Anakin, what's happening to the galaxy. And on one hand, even though Obi-Wan is the type of guy to sit back, and assess the situation and buy his time, like he's doing with Luke, he's waiting for Luke to grow up. It would be hard for me to believe that for 14, 15 years, he's never once tried maybe to get in touch with Anakin, even though it may endanger Luke. Because 15 years first is a long time, and Anakin was everything to him. He's known him for 20 years, and Anakin was his master's legacy to him. Anakin was going to be his own legacy to the galaxy, and instead he got Darth Vader. So it's something that psychologically, must have really damaged him. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the aftermath of this in this series. And one thing that we forget a lot is that, we've seen Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels, we've seen Obi-Wan Kenobi in the originals, but the time that we've seen, the time that we knew of Obi-Wan Kenobi on screen, what we've seen him do, what we've seen him think, what we've seen him say, is way smaller than the time that he is spending on Tatooine. He's spending 15 years on Tatooine, and in the movies put all together, you just see what overall, even though you get a larger span, if you will, of Obi-Wan, you just see chunk of his lives. It's overall just a couple of years, while on Tatooine, after Darth Vader and before A New Hope, and everything, there is 15 years. In these 15 years, what has he been thinking? How has he really changed? Because even if we know that Ben Kenobi we see in episode 4, how did he cope with all of this? How did he manage? What did he think? And obviously, who did he meet? And what did he do? Now, there's been rumors of Qui-Gon Jinn maybe showing up, or I've heard people discussing about Darth Maul. Since then, I do believe that Liam Neeson's come forwards to say that he would not appear in the series, but I mean, I haven't seen the series yet, so we know the No Way Home scenario, so we're gonna see. But Darth Maul, I highly believe it's unlikely because spoiler alert, because Star Wars Rebels. So and at this time he must be busy, you know, with the Black Sun and Kira and stuff like this, you know, trying to make his own empire. But then it's interesting because at the same, it must be around maybe the same period that the Inquisitorius must become aware that must maybe become interested into chasing down Darth Maul, because in Rebels they are chasing down Darth Maul, interestingly enough, because Palpatine and obviously Darth Vader have always known that Darth Maul was still alive. Now, it's definitely an interesting time frame to visit the characters and the events in the galaxy, because obviously it's in the middle. It's in the middle, you know, of this era. When we get in episode 4, it's the galaxy is somewhat ablaze, you know. And obviously in episode 3 is the beginning. But here we are in the middle, so we're gonna get to see the Empire, you know, once it's settled in, and how things go before things get to chaos. Very interesting in my opinion. Very interesting, and I'm most definitely looking forwards. As far as come to crossovers with other series, the Book of Boba Fett or The Mandalorian, I don't know, we're gonna see. Now that Ahsoka has met, we've seen Ahsoka meet Luke Skywalker. Are we gonna see her meet Obi-Wan Kenobi? Obviously she would have met Obi-Wan Kenobi before meeting Luke Skywalker, but she's around. She's doing stuff. Let's see what she's doing, you know. Like I said, we are gonna see a lot of the Fortress Inquisitorius. We know that Cal Kestis visited the Fortress Inquisitorius. It would be funny maybe to see familiar places. I don't know, or maybe. So I'm not sure on the time frame on Cal Kestis. When was it? I don't know if I don't remember right now if Cal Kestis is after or before the series. If I recall, it's before. So it could be quite interesting, you know, maybe to have a reference or two to this, because it's not every day that the Jedi is just going to break into the Fortress Inquisitorius. And obviously here in the trailer something is happening on the shores of the Fortress Inquisitorius. The Inquisitor is deflecting blasters. Training session maybe, but I don't know, why would it happen on the outskirts and not inside in the training room that we saw in Jedi Fallen Order. So yes, but you get my opinion. I am definitely hyped, a little scared, but overall, you know, even if I would want to say the makeup is not so such a big deal, as long as the story, you know, is great. I would want to say no, in Star Wars, characters, how they look, it has an importance. That's one of the reasons why in Rogue One we got a CGI Tarkin and not just another actor playing Tarkin. That's the reason why we are deep faking Luke Skywalker and not just having Sebastian Stan playing Skywalker. It's because in Star Wars, there's never been, in my opinion, another franchise, another universe, fictional universe, another world of imagination, you know, where characters and their looks have mattered so much. So this is why it bothers so many people the looks are not on point, especially when clearly it is all simple things as as putting on contact lenses. And maybe you would argue that I don't remember the actor's name, but it'd be allergic, I don't know, to contact lenses or what else. But I mean, in that case, this is one of the rare cases where you would the good call is to switch actors, you know, because in most of the time you adapt the design to the actor because you want this actor to portray the role. But here, I'm sorry, in Star Wars it's never been so much about the actors, it's always been about the characters, and especially when it comes from the animation. Jason Isaacs did a fantastic job. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. By the way, I'm digressing, but I've heard that Lars Mikkelsen was not playing Thrawn after all. So, but you know, things happen. But yes, I am not for you, my regular viewers. Thank you for being here again. Always a pleasure seeing you. I missed you. Hope you missed me. I'm not back fully yet on the channel because it's not my full-time job, you know. But I'm definitely going to be back to react to the Kenobi series. I don't know exactly how my rhythm's going to be with the other shows as well, but I am most definitely going to be reacting to the Kenobi series. No delays, you know, episodes are going to be coming on Fridays if I'm not mistaken. I'm most probably going to be watching them on Saturdays, yes, and try to upload it on Saturdays or at best upload it on Sundays. Or if really I can, I'm going to be trying to react to it on the day it has, and you know, but you get it. Maybe not the first, maybe not the premiere because it's a two-part. In fact, it's 2 episodes. So, you know. But why, boy, am I waiting for this one? Big time. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think of this trailer. What are your general thoughts and expectations for the series? What are you excited about? What are you fearing? If there's something you fear, but I would want to tell you there is nothing to fear. You know, it's Star Wars. It's always going to be Star Wars. And I've seen someone talk about this. I don't remember where on Twitter, and they were saying, you know, it's Star Wars. It's a restaurant. There are things on the menu that you like. There are things on the menu that you do not like so much. If you don't like them, don't pick them. But then do not pick on other people because they pick them. So, I feel it like that. But anyways, I'm always pleased to see Star Wars content, and especially if we're gonna get Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen back together. This may be the very last time that we ever see them together. Not only together, you know, in these roles, but just them doing these roles, because then we would have covered pretty much virtually everything that we would have a need to cover with them too. And it's a golden opportunity, I would say. It's a golden opportunity, and this is definitely something that I am looking forward to anyways, regardless of how the series may turn out or whatever. You know, this is the reunion of it's almost 20 years for us, for the viewer, you know, 20 years since Ewan McGregor has been on the screen. Obviously, he has had a voice cameo here and there, but this is the very first time he's fully reprising the role. Hayden Christensen, the same thing. it's a bit meta, but yeah, it's gonna be both emotional, I expect, for the actors, but for the characters too, and for us the viewers. So yes, so I'm gonna pop off. Thank you very much for visiting me. If this is your first time, I'm starting to lose my voice, as you can tell. I'm talking too much, definitely. But if this is your first time visiting me, well, please do consider subscribing and go check out all of my other content, my Star Wars content. I've done some, except the Book of Boba Fett because I wasn't available. But yeah, I've done some Star Wars content. I've done other contents, movie reaction, TV show reactions. I did a little bit of gaming and everything. I'm gonna be back, so like I said, by the end of the month, to react to the Kenobi series, and then I'm gonna take things slowly because I don't have. This is not my full-time day job, and I'm gonna be taking one thing at a time. Starting with the Kenobi series, and then I'm going to wrap up on Attack on Titan most probably, and then wrap up on Cobra Kai, Doctor Who, and so on and so on and so on. And then we're going to see later during the summer. But yes, so that's going to be everything for me. Links to my social media are down below in the description box. Link to the Discord server is down below in the description box as well. Do not hesitate to DM me if you have any remark, questions, or if you just want to discuss to this or that. Or I reply to everything and to anyone. And yes, in the comment section down below, let me know what you think, because I'm really curious to know how you're welcoming the information that we've gotten in the past few weeks, and obviously how you're going to be welcoming the Kenobi series. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to wish you well. I'm going to wish you yet again a very happy Star Wars day. May the 4th be with you, and see you soon. Bye. I've got to say, have a nice life. I say it all the time. I'm a bit rusty. It's been a while. Anyways, bye.